Hey guys, it's been a minute, okay? But we got lots to talk about. So let's get into it, okay? First, we're gonna talk about the I got a lisp, and I'm like a quarter dumb. The Tinder swindler. Tinder swindler. There we go. That's a tongue twister for your ass. But okay. I've been binge watching so many things. It's actually kind of insane. And Tinder swindler, bitch. So I was watching one of my usual. I watch like 3 podcasts kind of regularly, and I listen to like another one. But I was listening to Here's the Thing, or I was watching Here's the Thing, and it was like, if you haven't seen bitch, if you ain't seen that movie, the documentary, then you gotta watch it before you go. And usually certain things I'm kind of like whatever, I'll just see what these people have to say about it and I'll catch up later. But I don't know, I'm like, I just been hearing so much about it, like I already saved it, let me just go watch it. And of course it took me a minute because kids interrupted and all of that. But girl, same thing. If you ain't seen tits, if you don't want to be spoiled, go watch it. It's not super long, okay? It's really, really good. I love crime documentaries anyway. But okay, here we are. This nigga, he had a Ponzi scheme of bitches. And it wasn't even just bitches. It was people. He was conning anybody he encountered that he thought he could get money out of. Couples, business partners. He was like the nanny or babysitter of one of these couples' sons, and he was scamming these people out of money. And I want to hear more of their stories, like the people that were the couples, and like the more like obscure situations, because I want to know what he did for them. Like, what was it that he did for them? Because these women, he takes them, it's like all of a sudden, oh, come on this PJ, this private jet with me, and let's go. We're gonna go to this place. I gotta go to this place for some reason, whatever. And then like wines and dines them, 4 Seasons hotels, have sex with these women, and then like continues to like fill their head with stuff. One woman, he said she was having a bad day, and he flew out to her from wherever he was. And they're in Europe, so like they just be flying all these, because all the countries are all there. And he would just be flying everywhere. He flew there just to have a cup of coffee with her. And it's like, when you see that, of course you see that and you like, he got money. I mean, like, let's be real, a bitch like me, I don't know if it's the ghetto, it's the black, it's a combination of the two. But first of all, okay, we won't even get past billionaire. Like, if I see on a dating profile, or like I Google this nigga and it says billionaire son, if it's billionaire anywhere in his description, no thank you. Okay, I don't like that. That don't sit right with me. Okay, but let's say maybe billionaire was in nowhere. I don't know. I'm not going on no private jet with you and your people. One of them he had, but it's always his crew. And then with the one woman, he had his baby mama, his kid, and what? Like, I'm not doing that. And you want to go on a private jet? Okay, well, I'll see you when you come back. I'm not going on this private jet with you. And like, that's just out of my safety, me not feeling safe. I wouldn't do that. It's weird. Like, they didn't think that was weird. They thought it was like the woman, Disney movies would ruin her ass. She was like my Prince Charming. Ain't no motherfucking Prince Charming. Sorry to tell you, sorry to burst your bubble, baby. I want to hear more of the stories of the couples, because what did he do for them? What was it that, did they still ride on a private jet, or like what I want to know what the situation was and what the first date was, because that's what it is. It's a date. He takes them on an extravagant date. He does a couple other extravagant things, and then it's like, I'm not safe. I need money, because he was saying like, well, he can't use his cards because people looking for him, and the people looking for him in his field is like the diamond field, the weapons feel, like those are the type of things he would say he was from. Things that were like, we know, you know, billions and billions of dollars go into those things, and you know, they can be a dangerous field, you know, or dangerous to be aligned with, you know, like oil or, you know, stuff like that. So he'd be like, I'm in trouble, I can't use my credit cards because people trying to find me are using my cards to track me, can I use yours? Okay, that's first. Then it's like, raise the limit. I need to do this. I need to fly somewhere. I'm in danger. My nigga, my bodyguard got fucked up. And it's the same picture he sent all these women with his head, like a gash in his head. It don't look real. It don't look good. It's not good Photoshop. And then it's a picture of him. Same picture, like in the ambulance, or I guess it's supposed to be an ambulance with the bodyguard. And I just... That's not the end. Let me keep going. So, he's like, I'm in danger. I need you to, and this is one specific woman's story, this part I'm about to say now, but I need more money. Let's say you work for my business, my diamond business, and you make this much a month, and then they'll raise your limit to, I think it's 150K. Your credit limit's 150K. So he sent over basically falsified pay stubs, and you know, and to do those pay stubs, at this point she think they boyfriend or girlfriend, and to do those pay stubs, you know, you need social security, you need like all your information. So there he has all her information and can do whatever he want with it going forward. Since she agrees to do this shit, sends her the pay stub, and I think it was like 90K a month, something along that line. Send her the pay stubs, and then she takes the pay stubs and sends them to the credit company. So she's doing a lot of the illegal shit. She knows it's illegal, but she thinks she really has to help this man, and she think he's good for it. Why wouldn't you think he's good for it? He took you on a private jet. He took you to the Four Seasons. You know, he'd been flying here and there and here. Excuse me, like why would you not believe he's not good for the money? I mean, based on that, I mean, come on. There's other things that should tell you some shit, but, or do some more research. I want to know, let me table that. So she does all this illegal shit for him. Now he has a higher credit limit on her card, using her card up quickly. He spent like 200K in a weekend taking some other bitches out. Like, he had her taking out loans, and I want to know what type of white women motherfucking loans is she getting that's giving her that much money. What? I guess she used the pay stub to say she make 90K. That must have been it, because what type of fucking same day loans? Because I thought same day loans was mostly like some ghetto shit, like for like poor people. I didn't know you can get same day loans for like 5 figures. Did not know that. She's taking out all these loans in her name. Everything is going through her, and he's telling her, I got the money, I'm gonna send you the money. The money don't come in, and she's like, you know, I need that money. Like, I can't pay shit. I don't have, there's no way for me to do anything. And he's like, I'm gonna give you the money. Come, like, he met her. He gave her a ticket to fly somewhere. She flew somewhere to meet him, and she was like, he was completely different. He was like cold and blah blah blah. He gave me a check. Of course, the check bounced. That check said that check bounced like a motherfucker. And of course, now it's nothing to do. It's nothing to do. The one woman goes to the police, telling them his information. They like, oh, he go by this name and this name and this name. And he's done it before. He had a case where he swindled some women. One of the baby mama, one of the women he swindled, she just ended up getting pregnant. You know, and now he taking care of her, I'm assuming, because why, you know, like, at that, she knew what he was doing. So, I mean, like, look, if we end up having a baby, and I know this is how you make it bank, you probably taking good care of us with this fucking money, too. Fuck it, go out and do whatever you doing. And just make sure you handle what we got going on, okay? I don't know if I would have been on no private jet with him and his new victim. Don't know about that shit. But I can say that I wouldn't say shit. The case is closed. The records is sealed. But I can't. At what point do they say no? At what point? At what point? These women were 6 figures in debt. 6 figures in debt. He leaves them 6 figures in debt, and then it's like, it's so many technicalities with what he's doing. It's like the perfect crime. He's not really getting punished for these things because the women are actually doing it. He's manipulating them, and the way the law works, manipulation isn't a crime. The type of shit he was doing, the type of shit that a lot of men do, should be a crime, okay? Because that causes people to go fucking nuts. Taking all of someone's money, taking all of someone's money. The one woman was living with her mom, saved up, I think, like $30K so she can get her own place, sent that to him. And that's before she got loans and other shit that she did for him. And then, oh my God, did y'all see that he was like, y'all say they want to give him a dating show. He said he wanted a dating show, and he's free, and I guess he's on Instagram. He's banned from Tinder. He should be banned from he should be banned from all social media platforms, because that is crazy. That's crazy. Like, yeah, technically it's not illegal, but it's fucking wrong. It's ruining women's lives. It's ruining people's lives, because it was so many people that he has swindled out of money. But I want to hear them stories. I want to know what type of dates he took them couples on and what he did to them. Why would you think your nanny or your babysitter is a billionaire's son? That was, I need more information. I need a part 2, okay? But and then it was like, sometimes he sounded robotic. I don't know if this is just me, but I'm like, sometimes in the messages they were doing WhatsApp, he sounded like robotic, like literally like a robot. And I think he might be a psychopath. He's all the paths, because no, he was like, the way they describe him when they first meet him is like he's magnetic. And then like he has no conscience. He can't have a conscience. He still hasn't apologized. He said he made a statement or something and said he didn't do anything wrong. He's out of his fucking mind, and he needs to be in jail. He needs to be locked up somewhere with no social media, with no internet. Nigga, take the nigga's Wi-Fi, all of it. I forgot. Tell you about my munchies. So I have orange guava juice. If you see that guava. This is fruit. It's grapefruit in here. And this other fruit in here, I forgot. I take them out the packages, and you see how naked it is. It says citrus trio. So it's three citruses in here. And then I have my my vegan meatless sausage. It's maple. It's so good. Nice and black. It's like I like my men. So the Super Bowl, I don't watch. I stopped watching football, and I really love football, but I stopped watching it, you know, because there was a boycott. And I'm like, I support the cause. Black power. But Matt Stafford was in the Super Bowl, and I'm a Detroit bitch, and I love football. So what I did was, okay, bear with me because I know I'm a hypocrite. We're all hypocrites, okay? We're all fucking hypocrites. But I thought it was a workaround because, like, my mom is already going to watch the Super Bowl. She was already going to watch it. That was planned. She was going to do it. So, like, what if I go over there? And so they're not getting my view. Technically, they're not getting my view because I ain't watching it on my stuff, on my TV, on my laptop. But I'm going to watch it over here when she was already going to watch it, though. She was already going to watch it, you see? So I feel like I kind of squiggled around that. Like, it's still, but I watched. So, okay. Duality, hypocrisy, all those things. The halftime show was, you know, like the blackest halftime show there's ever been. And I mean that culturally, and the style of dances and the songs that they played and the artists that they had. Okay. Not just like literally skin color, because Eminem was there. Eminem, 50 Cent, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, and Mary J. Blige. One of them is only one woman. One of the 6 is a survivor of domestic abuse, the woman. Out of the 6, half of the 6 have assault allegations against them or have had assault allegations. So that means more than half of the men on stage have had assault allegations. Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, just so we're clear. So while I can acknowledge that the show was good, it was historical for Black culture. As far as, you know, and the performances were good. The songs have nostalgic value to me because I learned these songs. I've heard these songs. They came out when I was a child, before I knew most of any of these things. And I'm sure for a lot of adults back then too, because, you know, the internet wasn't really a thing. But now that I know, it makes me feel uncomfortable. Like it does. Like I can't sit and fully enjoy it and fully immerse myself in things like that when I know that there are women out there that cannot watch this or anything that these people are on and these huge platforms because they've changed the trajectory of their life. They've changed who they are. They have traumatic experience caused by these men. For me, I can't really watch these shows and like separate the person from the artist, which is the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard. But yeah, I can't. It's kind of uncomfortable watching it. But I do hope that one day when shit like this, when people have allegations or there's a resurgence of old allegations, that it's taken more seriously and that it's not, their platforms are taken away. Because that is honestly what needs to happen. These people should not have platforms, okay? They should not be on TV. They should not be on stages. They shouldn't. 50 Cent was hanging upside down. Baby. Thick baby. And I had thought watching it, because they cut away. Well, they didn't show him until he was upside down and his verse started. But when he got down, they kind of switched cameras. So I thought some people had to come get that big nigga down. He got himself down. Okay, thick daddy. I don't like 50 Cent. But but he did get himself down, okay? So I was wrong. I guess I didn't realize how strong he still was. And they was crip walking. They was crip walking to the Super Bowl, bitch. That's wild. Kendrick Lamar is such an amazing performer. I need to see him next time he comes here. He's such an amazing performer. Like, his performances at award shows always stand out to me. It's always one that sticks with me, even now, like crazy. So Rihanna's pregnant, which we all know by now. And she looks amazing with her little cold belly. She ain't putting that belly up for nobody, okay? That baby getting shit on the fuck off. She looks so good. And her baby daddy be with her and stuff. But she looks so good. So, you know, congratulations to her. It's just crazy because we grew up with her. And she got a little baby. She got a little baby now. This happened a little minute ago, but I want to talk about Nelly's tape. Did y'all see Nelly's tape? Okay, so I saw it. I went, as soon as people were tweeting about it, I'm like, oop, let me find it. Oop, oop, oop. And oop. So I found it. And, you know, it was underwhelming, but but if you haven't seen it, Google it. It's there. It was posted on Instagram, which is like, to post on Instagram, you do have to bypass a bunch of stuff. So it was done. To say it was an accident is not true. Either you did it on purpose or somebody else did it on purpose. Unless you were recording, unless he was recording it on Instagram. But if he was recording it like through the app, why would you do that if you didn't want to post it? I don't know. I guess it could be. I guess it could have been an accident. But look, everybody was talking about how small it was. I mean, I didn't think it. I do think it was below at least average I've seen. But it wasn't like people talking about it like it okay. It was not that bad. Okay. Y'all just thought because Nelly was this sex symbol, he's still fine. He's a sex symbol and he kind of buff and stuff. Y'all thought it was bigger. That's all it was. That's all it was. He ain't live up to your expectations. Why you gotta live up to your expectations? He don't even know you. Okay, leave Nelly alone. Okay, it wasn't enough to shame him. It wasn't small enough to shame him. Okay, because if it was, I'd be shaming with y'all. I promise. That juice kind of good. Hold on. Nick Cannon is having another baby, which I believe is fucking irresponsible. Let me tell you why. So, first of all, you're having, let me see exactly how many kids he got, because let me not misquote him. Nick Cannon has 7 children, and he's expecting his 8th. He has 7 kids, and is expecting an 8th. He would have 9, but his 5-month-old son passed away. While that mother was grieving, and I can't imagine that type of grief, but I do think it's bad. And he was out making another child. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's fucked up. That's so fucked up. Like, this woman is probably going through hell alone because you're out fucking humping somebody. What's wrong with you? Not only that, he's a business owner. He's an actor, I guess, a comedian. All these things that he has going on. Wilding out shoots like crazy. When do you have time? Even if there was just 1 kid in the home, 2 kids in one home, how do you have time? You don't have the time to do what fathers need to do. And all these men saying, well, he has the money, he can do what he wants. Yeah, he has the money. So the kids financially taken care of. They'll have a roof over their head. The mom and the baby will be comfortable. But will that child get all the attention and love that it needs? No, there's no way possible. There's no way possible. Even if he had these 8 kids in the one home, there's still not enough love and attention and fathering that you can do. Even if you were a stay-at-home dad, like, kids need so much. You have to teach kids everything, literally everything. You teach them to pee. You teach them to pee on the toilets. You teach them to talk. You teach them how to blow their nose. You teach them how to brush their teeth. These things that we do now out of instinct, that we just know secondhand because we've been doing it since our parents or whoever raised us taught us. You have to teach these kids that. And that's not, and all that stuff, and that's not even half, that's not even a quarter, that's not even an 1/8 of all the things that kids need to learn just to be functioning adults. And you're not doing any of that. There's no way you can do any of that. All that stuff takes time. It takes habits. It's no way that you can do that for all of your kids with all of your jobs. And then not only that, he has an autoimmune disease, lupus, which I know lupus is terrible. It's a hard thing to go through. It's life-threatening. And it's hereditary. Think. Use your fucking brain. I can't, like, men that have money just, like, they just don't fucking think about anything but themselves, any consequences, how things gonna affect anyone. And that's not even with money. Like, shit, broke men do it. But how can you, money is not enough. Money is not enough for a child, let alone 8. And it's just to think like how crazy that is. A woman can have a baby once a year, or she can be pregnant once a year. Multiples are rare, but let's say triplets, because without any IVF or anything, just natural birth or natural conception, let's say the woman can have at most 3 children a year, because 10 months they in the belly incubating for 10 months. Only 2 months out in the year, you're not even supposed to have sex for 6 weeks. Okay, so 3 kids a year. Men can impregnate 9 women every day for 9 months. That's not even a year, bitch. It's still 3 more months left. That is 2,430 babies that's conceived in 9 months. I can only conceive once a year. Lock these niggas' dicks up in cages. They're irresponsible, they're dumb, and a lot of them are broke. Look it up. Speaking of babies, Kiki Wyatt, more baby news. She is pregnant with her 10th baby, and her family is so big and beautiful. And don't ever compare her and Nick, because first of all her children are living in the same house. Okay? Second of all, her husband is there. All of the kids have the same mother and father in the same house. Yes, that's a lot of attention and time you have to spread out between kids. But there are major fucking differences. Kiki Wyatt don't work like Nick Cannon works. I don't know about her husband, but I know she don't work like he work and have all of these different jobs that require different things. And while and out that films 2-3 episodes a day when they filming, she don't do that. Okay? And she's also the woman, so you know the women have to slow down. When they are pregnant, they have to slow down. Men don't, because they just shoot it off in somebody and they just go about their fucking day. These are not the same. The only thing that's the same is they both have a lot of children. That's it. Nick Cannon baby spread out all over. They not in the same house. Nick Cannon is the man, so just being the man means it's less responsibility. That's just how the fuck it is, unfortunately, right now. It's not comparable at all. It's not. Stop trying to make fetch happen. This was a little bit ago, but I'm gonna talk about it briefly because I got some shit to get off my chest. Jim Jones made a video about how he was in Gucci and they didn't give him his champagne or whatever, because you know, when you go to these luxury stores, they treat you luxuriously. You know, they give you champagne or sparkling water or whatever, and they're like very, I think some of them you have food. They're very attentive and all that shit. And I guess they weren't attending to him. And he lost his shit. Rich nigga problems. Like, the fuck? Oh, they didn't bring your shit home. Then he said that because it was like a racial thing, which I can believe. People are racist as fuck. I can believe that. But where you went wrong, my nigga, you still spent money there. You can fucking leave. It's not like these poor people that go to Walmart and they get treated like shit and they get racially profiled and they get followed, but they gotta come back because they can't go the other 10 miles. They don't have a car, or they can't use the gas to go the other 10 miles to the next Walmart. They gotta keep coming back there. They don't have a choice. You got a choice, my nigga. Leave. Walk out. That's what, if somebody is treating you wrong when you have money like that and you have options, bitch, walk out. Because now you look like a fucking clown. You spend $30,000 with people that what they clearly showed you they don't give a fuck about you. They're gonna treat you however they want. You still gonna spend racks, bitch. What? $30,000? Really? That is the down payment on a house, and you spent that shit there where they were treating you wrong so much to the point that you made a video and posted on the internet. Get the fuck up. Stand up. Stand up. What's wrong with you niggas? it would have been different. He had made the video, left, and spent 30, didn't even need to spend 30,000, spent like 10,000 with some black businesses. You could have spent some money at some other luxury place, but you could have also used this moment to like do some good. And also, these things, it would bump up your image. You would have got even more positive press and, you know, trending posts and shit if you did something like that to your audience, because your audience is black people, okay? Jim Jones, ain't nobody watching you. It's the niggas, okay? You, dude, rich people be blowing my motherfucking mind. So I never watched the show. But I've seen clips, and the clips I've seen were enough to show me that the show ain't for me. I've seen like not even a full minute of clips, or I've never watched a full minute. The Joe Rogan podcast, okay? I'm not the target audience, and I know that. I'm very clear. I know, I understand, okay? Never watched it. So I wouldn't know. Most people like me, black women in particular, wouldn't fucking know. I do know some black men that watch that show, okay? I wouldn't say it's overwhelming amount, but I do know some. Some of you niggas had to see this. It was a video posted of this nigga Joe Rogan saying nigger over and over and over in different clothes with different guests and over different situations, over and over in different contexts, over and over. Bitch, what? Y'all, nobody was like, let's ring the bell on this shit now? I don't get how it went on so long for them to have a compilation video like that. Somebody should have brought this to somebody's attention way earlier. And of course, I know Spotify knew. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about like the internet. Okay? Because we didn't know. That was the nigga. He was having a nigger-thon. It was nigger this, nigger that, nigger in a hat, nigger with the cat. Nigger said that. It was to the point where it's kind of comical. It's kind of this nigga said it so many times. It was so many times. It was so many times. It was over and over and over. It was just wild. It was over and over again, and nobody ever, because his audience and the people that come are not the people that's gonna say, that's wrong, don't do that. Nobody's gonna call him out. I don't think. It be niggas on the show. It be niggas on the Joe Rogan podcast. Because if it is, like, y'all some coon niggas. Y'all really, like, bottom of the barrel. Ugh. Kim K Kanye thing is still going on. And it's so manipulative and so abusive. And, of course, only them two. It's probably more people that know, but them two know the inner workings of what was their marriage. But if it was one that came out that he was abusive, and I'm not just saying physically, because right now he is being abusive. He's being emotionally abusive. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Donda's out as well, which, you know, coincides with a lot of mess. But I can say that, you know, all the mess that goes on with the Kardashian family and how they, you know, are able to manipulate the press for their betterment. This don't seem like something that anybody would want to concoct for press. She's dating Pete Davidson, which I'm like, good for her. Go girl. I want to know. They need to make a movie or something about what happened that week she was on SNL, because they do rehearsals and shit all throughout the week, and then they do the live show Saturday. So I want to know what he was saying to her during that week, bitch, because I can't believe it. He's funny though. He's funny. He's really funny. I don't think he's ugly. So I don't know. People be like he's unattractive. I don't think his eyes be kind of sucking sometimes. Nigga be tweaking, but I don't think he's unattractive. But Kanye, you know, keeps abusers with him. Antonio Brown, Marilyn Manson, etc., etc. People that abuse women are all right with Kanye. Trump. So he's emotionally abusing his wife by continuously trying to reach out to her through social media, which even if you may not be able to directly speak to her, with all the people that you know, both of them have surrounding them, there is a way for him to talk to her, to get something, a message through to her, through assistance or whatever, what have you. The things that he's doing is abusive. Him going on social media, threatening Pete Davidson, like putting all the texts up, and then like the things he was, I do think he needs some help. And that's not me trying to say that that's the reason for what he's doing, or for abuse, or for whatever he's putting Kim and the kids through. It's no excuse. But two things can be true. That shit is manipulative, abusive, and fucking wrong. And then I also think he does need some type of help, and some people that are not going to enable him, some people that are going to actually help him. Because last time, who went to Colorado, wherever the fuck, was it Dave Chappelle? Who the fuck he gonna help? Well, what the fuck was that? He needs some people around him that's gonna help him. And I hope that he gets that. I really hope that he gets what he needs, because it's really crazy. And at this point, I already feel like social media and how like all these news sites and Instagrams and Twitters and stuff, it's invasive. I feel like some things, it's like, wow, like I shouldn't have known this. Like, I mean, yeah, you want to know stuff, but some things it feels uncomfortable to know. And him posting these messages and trying to use things to, I don't know, manipulate her to respond to him or to give him what he wants is crazy, and it's sad, because she look like she's having the time of her life with Pete. So he need to back the fuck up. Okay, let her get her groove back. It looks like we're going to have a war. How do I enlist my baby daddy? Where do I go? Can I do it online now? Can I like enter his information in, and then they just come get him when it's time to go? Is that how can I do? Somebody email me. I need to. We gonna figure this out together, because we gonna ship that nigga off. Okay, we gonna give everybody a break. We're gonna make the world a little brighter. All right, okay. But we're going to war, and I don't even. It's so much going on just personally in my life, and then I do also know other news. I'm like, I can't take this news. I can't dive into this right now. I can't. So the trial against Tory Lanez has started. Before it even started, DJ punk ass bitch ass academics said something like, what was it? It was revealed in court a few moments ago that Tory Lanez DNA was not found in the weapon in the Meg Thee Stallion case. And she went and posted, like, the case hasn't started yet. Nobody been caught, and you just lying. Because, like, why would you lie like that? And then, like, somebody brought up a point. It's like, okay, like, in a warped kind of way, I get the whole Bill Cosby thing. Y'all wouldn't believe he didn't do this because you were fatherless. And you thought that nigga was your daddy. But Tory Lanez, all this is bullying, and it's men seeing themselves in this little abusive bitch. That's all it can be. Because what has he given anyone? What has he given this world, this culture? Fucking nothing. Why are you going so hard for this clown? Don't know. DJ Academics is a punk ass bitch ass punk though. So and he was going back and forth with her too. He don't be going back and forth with these men, because the niggas call him out too. Men call him out too in his behavior. He don't be going back and forth with them. He look like a clown, like a quiet ass mouse. That's what he looks like. But then, it's her. Now he want to go back and forth. Or other times I've seen him when he's by himself and he'll talk shit about somebody. But when these men in his face, he looks like a punk. He is. And that's another sign of these niggas that can potentially abuse women. Listen how they talk. Look at how they treat women. Anyway, it ended up being a back and forth between Tory Lanez and Megan. And Megan posted screenshots of him apologizing. And he's like, I apologize for fucking two best friends. And I feel like that. Come on now. I mean, I don't believe that. It ain't like he got. Okay, so look, it ain't the looks. the nigga is balding. His head is bigger than his body. He looks like a bobblehead. He's like 5 foot even. So, and he doesn't have the type of money that I think would make a woman in Meg's position be like, oh, well, you know, he makes his money, so it accounts for his height, his baldness, and his ugliness. I just don't really believe it. It can, like, I don't know. It can be true. I don't fucking believe it. I just feel like that was something that he or his team or whatever knew would get traction with the other men that support him. The Nick cells that support him will probably eat that shit up. I just, for Meg's sake, I want this to be over soon. From it beginning, from her getting shot, which, you know, pain in itself, and then having a situation with her best friend, a guy that it seems like she trusted, then her being confused. And I've been in positions where I didn't want to put a black man in harm's way with the police when that black man put me in harm's way. I was thinking more about his life than he was thinking about my life. He's threatened my life, but I'm afraid that something might happen to him. So you're still protecting a nigga that didn't protect you. I understand being in that position. To people not believing her, to her being subjected to like posting pictures of her foot just so people would like stop, and it didn't stop. To now where it's actually in court, so it's being brought to the media all again, and then this man is going back, because before he was talking about her a lot, and now he's going back to talking about her, to addressing her. Like, just leave her alone. Just stop. Just stop. Oh my God. It just makes me so sick, and I just hope that it's over soon and this nigga goes to jail and Megan gets to move on from this, because this is a lot. It's a lot. All this news coming up about Queen Elizabeth and her little punk ass son Charles. I ain't calling that nigga nothing but Charles. That's Charlie, bitch. That's Chuck. Fuck him. What he did to Princess Diana. Little bitch. Trying to get his wife Camilla, like, to be the queen. What is it? Queen consort or whatever the fuck it's called when Queen Elizabeth dies. And have y'all seen The Crown? Have y'all seen The Crown? I love that shit. Queen Elizabeth wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that. She gone. She gone, y'all. She gone. She out of here. This is what I believe. I don't know what the fuck. Hollywood Unlocked got an exclusive. Who they talking to in Buckingham Palace? Who they got? Who they connected with in Buckingham Palace? What ghetto ass person is in Buckingham Palace? It gotta be some ghetto ass person in Buckingham Palace to be talking to Jason motherfucking Lee about the queen being kaputs, bitch. But I already thought that once that came out about Charles, is like, the queen's blessing. The queen gave him his blessing to do something with Camilla. I was like, oh nah, baby girl out of here. She gone. He doing this shit on her grave. This is she been gone for a couple weeks. That's what I think. That's me. Talk about she done had a virtual meeting with the prime minister. And they keep saying like she's saying these things. She ain't saying nothing. She gone, nigga. She's in the lower room. She's not saying shit no more. Bet that. It'll come out in a little bit. They probably just trying to get all their ducks in a row. If you watch The Crown, you know it's a business. Okay? Family's a business. So they done got all their ducks in a row. Charles about to be king. So, you know, she in the dirt. Congratulations to Debrat and Jessica Dupart. They looked so fucking amazing. They look so good. You gotta see their wedding pictures. Oh my God, they look so good. Amazing, so beautiful. Like, I just can't even. 2 women getting married, when they take them goddamn wedding pictures, when I say they fucking slay, bitch. I had heard the news that Kodak Black got shot, and I was like, but then it was like, oh, it was in his leg. And I was like, In nerd news, this is really goofy, but but I want to talk about it. So all the Spider-Mans was in the Spider-Man movie, and Tom Holland was doing an interview and said that one of the Spider-Mans had a booty pop. It wasn't him, but they had a booty pop. They had So everybody was like, well, was it Toby? Was it Andrew? Was it Toby? And I don't know why this was such a thing, but it's just so funny. And I was Googling pictures of them. Okay. I was Googling pictures of them, like in their Spidey suits, to see like how they shape. Andrew is straight up and down, baby. Andrew ain't got no type of hips. He is real slender in the hips, baby. It was him. It was him. He had a little booty pop to get that. Oh. Got the little oomph. He got a little temporary BBL. The Batman trailer looks really good. It looks really good. Having Zoe as Catwoman is just like, Catwoman is always, Catwoman and Poison Ivy, to me growing up, I'm like, these are the badass bitch. Like, these are some badass bitches in comic books. Like, they fine. They be taking control of these niggas in these tight ass suits. They be spinning around and doing all types of tricks. Poison Ivy making these niggas think they in love with her. I'd be like, hey, them was my bitches. So always, the bad bitches always got to play them too. Always. Now Harley Quinn too. But I didn't know much about Harley Quinn growing up. But they the bad bitches. And Zoe Kravitz is a bad bitch. And this role is perfect. Did y'all see Kimmy with Zoe Kravitz? It was good. It was, I was about to say really good. It was good. It was interesting. It's a shorter movie, which is good for me because my attention span is blue. But it was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. And it's really like to the times, like it's current. It's very current. I know some people don't like the things like that, but I enjoy them. I enjoy everything. So I want to see stuff current. I want to see dystopian. I want to see futuristic. Give me all the shit. Now, lastly, it's the Kids Corner. I want to propose a question. Do your children have iPads or tablets? And I mean like children under the age of 10. 10 and under, do they? My children have had iPads since my daughter was like 1.5. No. She was 2. My daughter has had an iPad since she was 2. She's now 8. And I think all of them got iPads around 2. You hear all those things like, you know, it's going to ruin them. They're going to be, you know, stuck to a screen, whatever. Honestly, the stuff that my kids did early on, like 2 to 4 years old on the iPads, was all educational. They learned so much because I was going through depression. I was in an abusive relationship. So there were a lot of times where I didn't have the capacity to do the mothering that they needed. And I saw that they knew, like I taught them colors, but they knew other colors. They knew lavender and turquoise. And I'm like, nigga, who taught you this shit? And they like, iPad, you know, YouTube. It was mostly YouTube. There were some apps where they would trace letters. They learned how to write pretty early. It was amazing. Of course, you have to limit time on it. You don't want them just on a screen all the time. But that's with anything. You don't want kids to do anything for too long. You know, you don't want them outside all the time. You don't want them, you know, everything. Everything's in moderation. Moderation is key. But it's been so helpful. Even now, learning things. They learn new words. They watch things in Spanish and different language. They were teaching themselves Spanish and Mandarin. They were teaching themselves Spanish and Mandarin just by using iPads and using apps and like translators and YouTube. And it's like, it's amazing. My kids they code things. There's this subscription service or whatever, and they're coding like videos and games, and it's really fucking amazing. Okay, so if you ask a bitch like me, iPads, tablets, at 2. Get a nigga an iPad, get a nigga a tablet, wrap that bitch up tight, get a nice case, because kids are fucking reckless, okay? So reckless, and iPads they're not durable. They're not. But My kids had them at 2, and if I was to have more kids, they would get them. They're just so helpful. They can learn more than I can teach them with certain things like the languages. I can't teach them fucking Mandarin. What? I can't teach them how to code. What? So it's definitely, I think, an asset. If anything, it's just moderation. It's just moderation. My first children were reading at my first 2 children were reading at 4. And I want to attribute that to not only me reading to them almost every night, to them going to a preschool, which I know some kids don't, and also iPads. The iPads, learning their letters, learning sounds, and the way that they teach them. I'm not a teacher. It's a lot, and they do tests and make these apps and stuff. Like this is most of the stuff is like tried and true. They do tests on kids. It goes through trials, and a lot of it works. It works. Okay, just a thought. Just want to throw that out there. Just, you catch it. You might not. I don't know. You might fumble it. I don't know, but I'm gonna throw that bitch. I want to thank you guys for watching another episode of Mommy with the Munchies. I hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys are living in love. You're spreading light. You're living in intent. And whatever you say, you have the power to do it. If you say you're going to have a good day, you're going to have a fucking good day. If you're going to take over the world in a non-Dr. Evil, Pinky in a Brains type of way, you can do it. Make sure to like this video and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys soon.